welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Nashville. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Second down throw coming by Willis. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Second down, here's Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Treylon Burks. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
On two, ready?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
1st and 10, Willis. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. The slot man in motion right. From the 39, Willis. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go, y'all. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Looking for Woods again, and he finds it. Touchdown! Robert Woods, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st down, here's Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Ja'Marr Chase. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
11 mighty.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
In motion is Austin Hooper.
18 Rattler.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Willis out of the gun.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
From midfield now, Burrow. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Ready.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it in 2nd and 1.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go street.
On 2nd and a yard.
Willis.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lions. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
18.
Woods the receiver in motion right.
Warriors 70.
From the 38,
Willis running the slant. That's Hooper.
he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Touchdown, Titans. Malik Willis, 33 yards as they have taken the lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
70 Timberwolves.
Another try for Barkley. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Burrow on play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Albert O.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. And McPherson on for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Titans 24, Bengals 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back in! Come back in!
On first down, Willis. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Barkley inside handoff. And some room to work.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's go now!
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second down throw coming by Willis.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Come on!
Last play of the half, Willis.
be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty. 12. 12.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
Got him in, it's Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
3. 18, right here. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 50, trap 50.
From the 39, Willis. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
But this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Caught by Woods. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
He's got Hooper on the short connection.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Slot man moves right.
19 Lions. Heavy Lions.
Willis with another keeper.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. formations have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 29 yards.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now.
Willis going to the right here and finding Burks.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Willis looks to pass it here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Burrow.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. from the shotgun. Joe Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth.
Willis's throw is on target to Burks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Purple 80. Purple 60. Purple 60. No check.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Get it. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cougar 19.
Now Willis. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. 79 Broncos. Hurt. Buffalo 18.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
18 Rattler.
On first down, Willis.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Okay, ready?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. The slot man in motion right.
On third down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Mixing up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gregory.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
It's Mixon on the counter. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now Willis. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Willis.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Haskins now on 1st and 10.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go now.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know